I got the Incredible Hulk. I got some of the Green Monster. I got the bling.
Hey, we go through this every time I come here. I don't care what it's called. I just want a bag of fucking weed.
I am a genius. I'm rich and brilliant.
Bomb has been planted. All right, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing today, wherever you're from? It's a beautiful world. Welcome to another Illis, I Like Your Style. This theme today is, as you saw, Grandma's Boy. So a pretty creative one, I think. There's a lot you can get out of this, so we'll find out what beers you guys brought. I want to welcome my panel. Cheers to you guys, Bumpy Road Brews, Chadeo, and East Coast Amateur Reviews. Cheers, man. Thanks for being here. And cheers to the chatters when y'all pop in. So let's go ahead and start this out with Bumpy. Right on.
All right. And we're going to start this out with a public service announcement. People, if you are chopping up hot peppers in general, jalapeno, chili peppers, don't wipe your eyes afterwards with your hands. It tends to burn a little bit. But yes, another one is sit on my face.
I swear to God, if that beer is called that.
I got the Robo Crush.
Nice.
This is from Aeronaut Brewing Company that are Somerville, Massachusetts. It is an American Pilsner at 5.1% ABV. Yes.
Right on.
Okay, let's go ahead and just give it a pour. This is, it's got robot lingo, I guess, because it just has letters and numbers that make nothing as far as a canned on date. So let's go ahead and give this a pour. It doesn't matter. It's a Pilsner. This could be a year old, and it's probably about the same, but we got a special tall boy glass here. This glass actually came from Massachusetts as well.
Nice.
Navigation Brewing Company I think they're out of Lynn or something like that. One of those towns in Massachusetts that's just full of drugs and nastiness. There we go. This is a nice looking American Pilsner. It's got a little bit of an unfiltered haze to it. Very white top hat of a head, kind of Rocky-esque to soap sudsy. And it is that kind of hay-like yellow, but like I said, unfiltered, but plenty of carbonation flowing up through as well. So
that looks good. It's really
craft good. American Pilsner.
Awesome. Perfect.
I got a crush on you.
I was trying to find something for that in my intro.
Yeah.
Don't be mad. All right. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers, man. Looks good. All right.
Cheers.
Chadeo.
How did he see me? Look, I don't give a crap what you call it. I just want a little green bag, okay? That's all I want is just a little green bag from Imprint Brewing. And it's a triple dry hopped IPA, 8.5%. And this brewery is out of Hatfield, Pennsylvania. Yeah, give me that little green bag. I'll just put it I'll put the green bag in a glass. How about that? There we go. It may go over. Don't you do it.
Perfect pour.
Yeah, buddy. I'm getting good. Nice looking head. Man, it looks great with the hold it that way. I'll have to show this other brewery with the yellow gold color, thick as hell, hazy as hell. Beer, like I said, 2-finger tight bubble head. Little frothy at the top. I like it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice. Cheers.
And give me a green bag, please.
I got some in the house. All right. Cheers, man. All right.
Cheers,
East
man.
Coast.
All right. Drive, Monkey Drive. Victory. Merry Monkey. Belgian style ale with cranberry, orange peel, cinnamon, and nutmeg. It's by Victory Brewing. It does list the malts and the hops on the side too. It's pretty cool. It says malt pilsner, roasted malted barley, hops, Cascade, and Tettnang. It says this Belgian style holiday ale combines the beloved flavor profile of Golden Monkey with notes of cranberry, orange peel, cinnamon, nutmeg to deliver a delightful smooth finish. Perfect for merry gatherings with family and friends. It is 10% ABV. And it does give a Best Buy. It says Best Buy September 7, 23 right on the side of the label right there. So I got this for it was like 2 and change. So not a bad price for 10% beer. Let's crack this open. I don't think I've had this one before. I've had the sour one, Sour Monkey, I think it's called.
Oh, you got yourself a good beer there, sir.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried this one. I know for the most part, the monkey series stuff, like Sour Monkey and the Golden Monkey, we used to have when I worked at the liquor store. We used to have a lot of like college kids that would come in and buy them. They're like, dude, it's like 10% ABV, man. And they're like cheap, they're like $10, $12. And they were high ABV, so a little bit of a chilled haze to it. Definitely I say it's definitely golden. There's a little tint of red, so it's like amber golden, I guess you could say. Head is kind of off-white, going towards khaki, but dissipated almost completely. Decent amount of effervescence. Yeah, looks pretty good. So, see what
Sure
happens.
does. Right on, man. Yeah, looks great. Cool. Okay. Well, I got one from Via. I think these guys are out of they're out of Clackamas, Oregon, somewhere near me. It's called Tripping in the Jungle. You had a lion and it's tripping, it's kind of follows theme, I think. But yeah, is that 6.5% IPA. I don't know, it's a new, so it's got Crosby Strata hops and New Zealand Pacific Sunrise hops. Yeah. So, and this was canned 11.3, so it's pretty fresh. I'm not serving it in the proper glass, but it's close enough. Oh, cool. Nice milky one. Whoa, where's the camera? Little on the little orange tint to it. Yellowish orange. 2-finger head on the pour. Real nice creamy head. A little rocky on the top. Smells very orange-like. Wow. Yum. Guava there. We'll get into that. All right. So, yeah, let's get back to Bumpy and start it off. Yes, sir.
I smell burnt.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
All right, we are starting it off. Just for visual effect there. Stir it all up. Look at all that. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
All right. Aromatics on this. There's a bready, biscuitiness to it. It smells a little bit dirty. A lot like Massachusetts. There is a citrus component to it. It's kind of like a light, like orange, zesty thing going, and then like a lime type thing. So like a Bud Light lime, but without as much lime. It's just citrusy. Yeah, it's kind of biscuity, bready, citrusy. I'd even say maybe a touch of like a floralness too. So, all right. Cheers.
Nice. Cheers.
Cheers, Bobby.
Ooh. So, bread, very lightly toasted biscuits, almost still doughy in the middle. There's a honey component to this on the flavor. It's very nice. It's a lot like it's like honey drizzled biscuits with the citrus zestiness to it. So there's like a little like spicy, zesty, citrusy type component that kind of finishes it off. But right mid palate, it's got like that slight, like kind of orange zest, still a little bit like lime as well. And I would still push towards floral. I'd say it's very like Germanic as far as hopping. And it's not an adjunct. This is not an adjunct lager. This is like an old school American Pilsner, without the rice and the corn syrups and stuff like that. It's just light malts. It's nice crisp. This is what America really needs to be making. It's what Budweiser should be making. They got to get away from the adjunct side of things and get back to the real brews. Go run Huskabut with it, and yeah, this is nice. I like it. It's crisp. It's drying on the palate. Makes you want to keep going back for more. 5.1% ABV. I mean, this is just, it drinks beautifully. So now the dogs are barking. I'm done. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Sounds good. All right. Chadeo, here you go. Fire!
Just kidding. God, my brain's broke. This is what happens when I just get off of working up on a panel. I have Imprint Beer Co. Little Green Bag Triple Dry Hopped IPA. As you can see, it made a nice little lacing on the glass. Go for some smells. Ooh, that's juicy. Some tropical fruit, citrus, passion fruit. The hops come through pretty strong as well. Smells good. I think this is the first time I'm having Imprint, so hopefully it leaves an imprint in my memory. Cheers.
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 Cheers, man.
Nice spicy tropical bite to it. Yeah, passion fruit's coming through, the citrus. Some mango. Wow, there's a lot going on in this. Definitely a juice bomb, and I like it. Yeah, there's a balance between the hops and like the fruity notes from the hops as well. So a little bit of a bite. I tried to look up the IBU and it's unknown, so I don't know what the IBU is, but I'd say it's probably in the 70s, 60s, or 70s hop. Pretty hoppy. But yeah. I'll have a score next time around. Cheers, man.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, Chadeo. Thank
Cheers,
you.
bro.
All right. Dan.
All right. Merry Monkey Victory. Belgian style ale, cranberry, orange peel, cinnamon, nutmeg. Nose. You get a good amount of the spices, but they're not overpowering, which is something that I was kind of worried about. So you get a little bit of like the cinnamon and nutmeg, but the cranberry stands out pretty prominent, I will say. It's like cranberry juice. You get a little bit of that citrus from the orange peel. A little bit of the Belgian yeasty breadiness. And then the spices. So it smells pretty dang good. I will say there is like an underlying sweetness. sweetness to the malts, a little bit of like some caramel malt. And it's definitely covering up 10% ABV. 10% ABV is not noticeable on the aroma. But yeah, excited to try this. Cheers, guys. Merry
Cheers, Tanner.
Cheers, man.
Oh, you get a little bit of the booze on the sip. That's for sure. Yeah, it's got that little bit of that like Belgian funk, Belgian biscuity breadiness. The caramel malt is actually pretty prominent. Getting a decent amount of caramel malt. Now on the palate, the cranberry isn't really coming out as prominent as I would like it to. I definitely get the spices on the back end. Gives it a they're a little peppery. They got a little bit of like a peppery, spicy kick. A little citrusy, grassy, floral. The booziness starts to die down a little bit. Overall, it's a pretty good tasting beer. I just kind of wish that I was pulling more cranberry flavor out of it. Definitely a sipper. It's about medium bodied. And it feels like the body of the beer you could drink a little bit faster. But the booziness totally makes you not want to take a giant sip. I could see this being like a good holiday ale to kind of just sit and relax and hang out with family members, and you don't want to be crushing light beers all night. This is a good flavorful beer to just kind of sit back and enjoy. Personally, I just kind of wish I got a little bit more cranberry flavor out of it, but overall, still pretty tasty. The Belgian style does a good job working with the flavors of the spices and the orange peel. But yeah, overall, not bad. Is it a favorite of mine? Is it super mind-blowing? Is it something that I need to have a six-pack of? Probably not, but I don't mind it. If somebody handed it to me at like a Christmas party or something, I would drink it. And yeah, like I said, for the money, totally worth it. I think a six-pack of these was like $12, something around there. So you figure $12 for a six-pack of 10% beers is definitely affordable and worth the money. Definitely a bargain. But yeah, I'll sip on this a little bit more, and next time around, I'll have a rating. Cheers.
Cool. Cheers, man. All right.
Cheerios.
All right. Yeah, there's some other ones. I can't remember their names, Rich. I'll look at it next time. Oh, I already have the beer. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, get your head out of your ass. So let's get into the nose of this Trippin' in the Jungle Hazy IPA. Peach, nectarine, mango. Whoa. Pineapple, guava, papaya, I mean. It's got a nice malty backbone in there. Overall, it's got a sweet, like you're getting big orange whiff. A nice slight yeasty, kind of a sweet fruity yeast. That smells really good. Very papaya and orange though. A little pineapple. I mean, it's got shaking it up. I got me probably like a medium rising bubble in the carbonation. It's not super effervescent. Opaque. White head. A little off white. Little stickage on the side, but other than that, 6.5. There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Oh, that's weird. It's weird because the aromas really taste. It's got a menthol kind of thing to it, or mint. Not. Don't think like mint, like kind of a wintergreen or like some kind of mintiness. I don't know, man. It's weird, but you're adding in. There's also like it. Let's just go over the body and the mouthfeel. The mouthfeel is very smooth, very creamy. The body is actually pretty medium for 6.5. I mean, it's. I guess that's a hit and miss. You know, sometimes you get a much more body in a 6.5. This one's one of those kinds. So sometimes I can feel a little lighter, drier. This has got a lot more sweetness. It kind of drives all the flavors back to the throat. It's got a sweetness and a little bit of a very big juice bomby kind of feel to it. It's very yeasty though. It's got this real rich yeasty kind of taste, bready. That pineapple, orange, and papaya really come out nice on this. What is that fucking flavor I'm getting? It's spicy. It's not hot burn spice. It's just got this weird peppery spice or something in it. Probably from the hops. But overall, a very different and interesting beer. I definitely am tripping in the jungle with this one. So, cheers, man.
What is that hop that gives off that mint note?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up too. I couldn't find it.
I think there's a few hops that give off mint.
That banana cream pie beer I had that mint note, and it was totally turning me off from the beer.
Cheers, Vinru. Thank you.
It was totally like super prominent, and it was like taken away from the rest of the flavor.
Pearl gives off mint.
This is Crosby Strata. Crosby Strata and New Zealand Pacific Sunrise. So I don't know if you want to look those up.
Yeah.
But it does kind of have like a... And the yeast plays a big part in this flavor too, I think. It's kind of a big yeast grip on it.
Okay.
But overall, it's pretty sweet, though. It's got a nice New England kind of feel.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah, I like it. It's not old. It's like 2 weeks old, probably.
Nice.
A week and a half, yeah. So a little bit of a hot burn, maybe. But, yeah, so good stuff. Well, cool, man. Let's get our last thoughts, man, on our beers and bring up Chadeo. Cheers, man.
Should be bumpy, but okay, I'll go.
Strata does?
Progress.
Oh.
Pearl in progress.
Yeah. I guess I'm bumpy right now. That's fine. I'm really liking this beer. I think I have a little bit. Oh, I do. Oh, we're in. Yeah, buddy. I'm really liking this beer from Imprint. First impression of the brewery. I like them a lot. The beer itself. It's pretty good. Not the best, triple dry hop beer I've had, but it's up there, and I'll put it at a 94 out of 100 and clean off my Come on, get out of there. Don't want to save it for later. So 94 out of 100 for the little green bag from Imprint. Very tasty, good fruit and hop bounce. If you can get it, I recommend it. Cheers.
Awesome. Cool. That looks really good. That sounded good.
Oh, it's yummy.
Right on. Cheers, Chadeo. Thanks. Thank you. I can't think of what I'm saying.
What happened to Bumpy?
Hey, Bumpy, it's your turn.
And I made a comment. I was like, all right, screw it, I'll go, I guess.
Yeah.
Ready.
This is a really nice. I've had this beer before. And it's, hey, there's a ghost down there.
All right.
Look at that.
And it's a Pac-Man ghost.
His hat's floating.
He's so little.
Cool. I never noticed that, but I never really looked at the can art that deeply, I guess. But yeah, nice. It's a nice beer. Like I said, this is something like I think America, the cheaper breweries, the ones that keep making the really cheap adjunct lagers, I think they should kind of do these prohibition type, American lagers, the ones before all the rice and stuff. It's nice. It's just nice. It's got good flavor, and I think it's a contender, up with the German pilsners. Not quite as good. I mean, there is a difference. There seems to be a bit more of a hoppiness. a little less maltiness out of the American style, but it's still very nice. And for the style, I'm going to go ahead and score this one at a 45 out of 50. I think it's very good. I have had other American Pilsners by other craft breweries. There are a couple that stand out a bit more than this one, but this one's right up there with some of the better made American Pilsners out of the craft breweries. So yeah, 45, very good. That's an outstanding score. If you really look at the averages of where most beers land, I mean 45 or 4.5 out of 5 is something you hardly see.
Cool.
So it's
That's
very nice. Crisp, clean, refreshing. Well, I mean, not super clean. Like I said, it's kind of dirty a little bit like Massachusetts, but
I like it when they don't have the corn too. The kind of the the adjuncty shit. Yeah,
it's nice. I like it.
Cool. Sounded good.
It's just more flavorful.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Well, thanks, Bumpy. Good score. Awesome. Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
Now it's East Coast turn. Sorry about that, guys.
All right. Personal thoughts on this. Last thoughts. I think the spices are a little too overpowering. They kind of take away from what the beer is supposed to be. It kind of dials back to cranberry and the orange peel flavor. The orange peel is definitely more prominent than the cranberry, and the cranberry, after sipping on it, is almost non-existent from the amount of spices. Overall, it's still a decent beer. I think it's going to be a little bit of a chore to drink a 12-ounce bottle because of the spices. I'm just not a big fan of the cinnamon nutmeg, and that's kind of like the main reason why I don't buy a lot of like just straight up holiday beers. Is because usually they just tend to load the crap up with cinnamon and nutmeg, and they just turn into this like spice bomb. It takes away from a lot of the other flavors in the beer. It takes away from what the style of the beer is. This is just like personal thoughts, I'll give it an 85. It's still a decent beer. I could see myself splitting this. 6 ounces would be perfectly fine. 6 ounces would be totally fine with me. It's not cinnamon and nutmeg to the point where it's so offensive. Like I had a beer the other day where I literally thought I was like chewing up. I did the cinnamon challenge. I forgot what beer that was, but I remember saying that where I was drinking the beer and the cinnamon was just so overpowering. It's like you feel like you're coughing up cinnamon dust. This one isn't to that extent, but it is definitely more prominent. With that being said, 85 out of 100. Definitely think that it's a good sharing beer. It's a good holiday beer. Some people like the cinnamon and nutmeg thing. Personally, I'm just not a big fan when they do that. I was interested in it because of the cranberry, which unfortunately wasn't super prominent in this. Therefore, the 85 overall, affordable, not offensive, 10% ABV, $12 6-pack, can't go wrong. So, cheers.
Nice, cheers. Sam said Tanner wants a spice rack.
No thanks, man.
All right, cheers, Tanner.
I'm glad you don't have my
Yeah. Oh shit.
spice rack in the mail.
Right. So I did a little bit of research on the two hops. The Strata in general, it's Strata from Crosby Hops. I guess that's a company. Yeah, it is. So I got pretty much what they were saying. Tropical fruit. I didn't get sweet cannabis, citrus, tropical fruit, pungent dank. And then the Pacific Sunrise was citrus, tropical fruit, and berry. So a lot of the stone fruit, the citrusy kind of orange, the stone fruit, a really sweet, like they say jammy. It kind of did have kind of a jammy kind of feel. Herbal, spicy as well, which they're saying, let's see, what's the other one So Pacific Jade, citrus, spicy, pungent, dank is one that's close to what this is like. Overall, just a really good presentation of hops. Had a different kind of approach to it. That peppery kind of thing was different as well, but a very smooth drinker. Nice body for a 6.5. Very, I'm used to a 7.2, 7.5, so bringing it down a notch, it feels a little lighter, and this actually felt like a 7.2, 7.5. So it was really nice in that aspect. The finish was really lovely, really nice, not too dry, just went back real sweet and New England like. So it was a really good New England IPA. I'll give it a 90. I'll go with 94 out of 100 for sure. Definitely a very good beer. So that's my take on it. Cheers. I ordered that hemp beer I showed you. Yes. Oh, you got it. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. So let's get back. Let's get to this screen. And let me move you over here, Bumpy. All right. You guys take it. It's yours now. Go for it.
All right. You can go ahead, Tanner. You're right up there. So we'll just make it flow clockwise.
All right. Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be doing a craft brewery tier list. So it's going to be kind of like a test run. I would just like to say we're going to keep it lighthearted, fun. I don't want people getting upset, and it's all personal opinion. Let's try not to just bash companies, but still have an honest opinion, which is fair. You could say you don't like a company without saying they're hot garbage. Like I said, I just want to keep it lighthearted, fun, and I don't want people to get upset by somebody not liking a company. And it's a pre-created tier list. So there's going to be a lot of breweries on there that I'm not really familiar with. So I'm hoping that some of the panel members will know what they are, or we won't address them. And also, I'd like to make more tier lists in the future, because I know there's a lot of companies that aren't addressed on the tier list. So it's going to be a type of series. And yeah, just look out for a different tier list series after tonight as well. Shout outs for other people. I see him in the chat there. Beers and Banter. I believe that's Luke John. Go check out Luke John. I know he does a lot of live streams. And also I see Sam Smalley. So shout out Sam Smalley. Check him out on Instagram. Short and Stout Beer Reviews. So I'll leave it at 2. Cheers, guys.
Awesome. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. So I got my pre-recorded 50-point inspection, beer reviews, whatever you want to call them, videos. I put them out Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays now. Live stream on Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It is called New Brew. Just bring a beer that you've never had before to join up a panel. This upcoming New Brew is going to be Thanksgiving themed. Now, does that mean that you have to bring a beer that has pilgrims and Indians or Native Americans, or indigenous people, whatever you want to call them, or turkeys or giant birds that mostly walk on the ground and gobble, whatever you'd like to call the turkey as well, because the turkey maybe wants to, be called something else.
Indigenous turkey.
So it doesn't have to be like themed like Thanksgiving. It can just be like a beer that kind of has flavors and stuff that go along with something maybe that you might have at the Thanksgiving table, or maybe it's just like an autumn like type of beer. I mean, even pumpkin beers go with this, because you got pumpkin pie and everything else going on for Thanksgiving. So just so kind of fall festive Thanksgiving type of brew. But the kicker is it still has to be a beer that you've never had before. So yes, it might make it a bit tougher, because a lot of these beers that come out this time of year are re-rotated and they just come out year after year after year. But there's other things that happen around this time of year. It was brought up the other night. So if you can think of this, the day after Thanksgiving is Black Friday, and Black Friday is known to beer lovers, except for Josh, last beer when Bourbon County Stout comes out from Goose Island. So if you have like a Goose Island Bourbon County Stout from previous years that you haven't tried yet for that year, that can count as a new brew because each year they can change a little bit. They use different barrels and stuff. So yeah, that's that. Other than that, I'll shout out you only shouted out Sam, right? Tanner.
Sam and Luke John. Beers and Beer.
Okay. Ridgeopolis. Check out Ridgeopolis down there in we can't tell his location because he's in protective custody. But previously from New York, he was a New York gangster, a gangbanger, whatever you want to call him. Yeah. And if Alex was here, he'd be saying, check out Ridge's whole entire life. Check out his friends and his pets and his wife, especially. So, yeah, just go over to Ridgeopolis, get a nose on her beer reviews. He does really nice tastings on beers. He is very keen. He has a very very big love affair with the New England IPAs, but sometimes you'll catch him doing a few other beers. But anyways, go give him a look-see and tell him Bumpy sent you. Right, Rich? We've done a couple collabs together too. So we did one that's already aired on my channel with the other half, Galaxy, whatever it was. And then we did an EQ one too. And that's going to be, I sent that to him so you can put that up on his channel. So be able to look out for that. An EQ collab between Ridgeopolis and myself on Ridge's channel.
Cool.
Cheerios.
Right. Cheers.
I prefer Honey Nut Cheerios, but thanks. Shout outs tomorrow. A beer review comes out from 903 Brewers out of Sherman, Texas.
I thought it was Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. That's
903-210.
Hey. No, it's not. It's 903 Brewers. Check it out. It's a cool themed beer, so check that out, guys. It'll be you'll enjoy it very much. I've had a few 903 beers and they're pretty darn good. But other shout outs. Monday I plan on doing a watch along between US versus Wales in the World Cup, 2 p.m. Eastern. So I'm trying to get a couple of people from the UK on for that. Be kind of fun, and maybe another person from the US who is a true football fan. As for shout outs, I'm going to go ahead and shout out Shark.
There you go.
Check out Shark Home Brewing. Good dude, good friend of mine. He's been doing a lot of interviews lately. I think with the beer talk and stuff. He also does brew days, so check it out. He does videos as well, does beer reviews, and sometimes he does recorded brew days as well. So yeah, check out Shark and also check out Papa Shark. Both cool people. Cheers.
Right on. Cheers, man. Okay. My YouTube video should be out either tonight or tomorrow. Cool, man. All right, Ridge. Okay, so Tuesday next week, Beer and Cheese is an open table. But if you'd like to bring a Thanksgiving beer, you can, because we are so close to that. So, and cheese, actually, about it. That's a nice picture. I can see your eye. It's so large in the.
Aye.
Yes. Yeah. So I got a nice cheese, I think. Yeah. So Wednesday is gonna be this, man. That's what I have for you. Just hold on one moment. And a few moments later, we got this Coneheads. I hope I didn't do this already, but Coneheads it is. I couldn't think of anything, but I do like the actors in that movie. So, and it's kind of a funny movie. But it's got David Spade in it too. That's freaking cool. Dan Aykroyd. Oh yeah. It's an old one, but a goodie. That'll be 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock my time. And I do have a few beers in the fridge. I've got another half that I'd like to actually do a review on, unless someone has one and wants to review with me on it, because it's very scarce when I get them. But so I'll hold on to that, but not too much longer because it's kind of, the date. But what else is there? Nothing. I'm brewing soon. No, I don't know. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I don't know. We're waiting on that one. Okay, so the two dudes I want to shout out, and he was on here, Finru Home Brewing. He is brewing. So what was I forgot your recipe you did, but I just watched your last one. So he's brewing his last recipe. So check that out. Finru, if you're still there, you can tell everyone what you're brewing. I forgot. And then Dickie's Beer Reviews. Check him out. He also had, he did want to put a Beer Man beatbox on. That's kind of funny. Bill's Mafia is what he calls his light craft lager. He said it came out pretty good. So go check out that video of his homebrew. Very cool. So lagers are hard I've never actually done a lager. They're just very hard to maintain and do. So I guess to brew them, they're easy, but the not easy, but the maintenance of them is the hardest part. So yeah, that's what I have. That's what we have. And I want to say thank you to the chat first. I'll just say thanks, chat. Thanks, guys, for being here. Appreciate you. I had a good chat today. A lot of great people in there. Appreciate your support as always. It's a pale ale. Next, okay. And Stoney's is a Stony Peanut Stout. Sounds great. Okay, so but thank you, chat. Appreciate you. Much love, and thanks to the panel first and foremost. Second and foremost, you're not second. You're fucking first. You're right here with me, man. This is the fucking show. This is the gauntlet. We started it, dude. We got. I want to thank East Coast LQ Reviews. Cheers, man. Bumpy Road Brews and Chadeo. Cheers, guys. Thank you. All right. Well, we're out of here. Yes, soon. You guys have a good night, day wherever you're from in this beautiful world. It sounds like a fucking roller coaster ride. But not after one more sip.
Cheerios.
Cheers.